feel something from someone who has nothing to steal. That's real.
Hey, what is up, dudes and dudettes? It's Britton Peachy from 3-Bit Gaming again. It's Monday, so it's a Build a Champ workshop. Now, today we are going to be studying Camazotz. I've got hands-on with him recently. He's actually an extremely good god. He's got a lot of utility. So let's go over his abilities. Now, his first ability is his passive. He's got two passives actually, which we'll get into here in a second, but it's called Essence Drinker. Camazotz has a passive vampirism bonus. Also, anytime a god dies, they leave behind a pool of their essence in a spot where they were slain. Camazotz may stand inside these pools to drink the essence, replenish his health and mana. If Camazotz is out of combat, he drinks faster. Heal per drink is, which is, I think it's just a tick when you're out of combat, and when you're in combat, it's like a little bit slower. But it's 2% max health and mana, and then you get 10 drinks per pool. And the vampirism buff is 5% physical lifesteal and increased healing, which is freaking nuts, man. That's actually a lot of sustain. So his one is called Screech. Camazotz screeches loudly and launches a sound wave that pierces through minions and deals damage. If the screech hits an enemy god, the sound wave will echo. If Camazotz is hit by an echo, he gains vision of the god that was hit by screech for the next 15 seconds and gains bonus physical power for the duration. And the damage is, as you can see, it's 90, 135, 180, 20, 225, 270, and then the buff is 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. And I'll just level up to 3 real quick. Actually, I'll level up to 5 so I can show you. Okay. And so his 2 is Vampire Bats. Camazotz commands a swarm of bats to fly out and attack a single target, damaging and slowing them by 30%, and then carrying back for a heal. Now, by that they mean it hits them, it slows them for 30%, and then it'll come back, and whenever the bats hit you again, they heal you. If the target was a jungle buff monster, they will be marked, and Camazotz will receive a heal as well as a stackable vampirism buff that lasts 210 seconds. So he gets his own like little vampirism jungle buff. Marked monsters will not provide Camazotz with another stack of vampirism. So if there's 2 on like say a conquest map, if there's 2 Camazotz, then they will have to fight over not only essence pools from his passive, they will also have to fight over the stacks for the vampire bats. You can only one time can you, and you can do it every time they pop up, but still. His 3 is Devour. Camazotz leaps forward a short distance, dealing damage on impact and healing himself per enemy hit. And then we have Bat Out of Hell. Camazotz flies in the air for the next 3 seconds. While flying, he may swoop forward and deal damage. He may do this up to 3 times, landing on a 3rd time. Hitting more than one enemy god with a single swoop will deal increased damage per god, damage per hit, 40, 140, 180, 220, 260, 300, bonus 10 per god. I mean, it's not 10%'s not that much until you actually see it in action. So let's go with his 1, which again was the Screech, just to show you. So that's that echo that you saw. Now I got that buff. His 2. See, now he would be slowed, and then I think they'll turn green and come back. Yep, and that's my heal. And then his leap. And then his ultimate, which can go through player-made objects. And I think the next update, or they fixed it this update, one of the 2. And he will be getting buffs on some of his abilities. The Bat Out of Hell, which I'll show you now. That will be actually lasting 4 seconds, which that only channels for 3 seconds at the moment. And I think his 1 is going from 14-second cooldown, right? Yeah, to a 13-second cooldown, which isn't that big of a deal to me personally. But anyways, going into maybe jungle, I always usually level my vampire bats first. That's just my preference. I'll actually show you what I was talking about with the marks for the lifesteal. You'll see they'll get a skull over their head, and then you'll see after they come back that on the top of my bar I got 205 seconds. That's actually my stack. So let's go this way. Alright, so builds. I will show you, I mean, there's plenty of different ways you can play an assassin in Conquest, Jungle, regardless. He was pretty good in Assault. I actually put out a video. If you guys haven't seen a checkpoint for last week, I put out some gameplay on the checkpoint. So, obviously, you would start with Boomba's Mask. That's just how you would start. I mean, I would usually, you can go a few different ways for his second item. Like, you can go get, if you really want to, you can get Wing Blade for the passive, the movement speed, and the health, and the crowd control reduction. You can get Boots, which I will be getting, just to show you damage potential. There's a meta going around, and has been for a while, that you build assassins a little bit tankier, but with a few changes to some of the items, and it kind of seems like we're going back to mostly damage. So I'm just going to show you like a small damage build. So yeah, here's I would get Jotun's Wrath, and then I'd probably get Hydra's, and then maybe Transcendence, Titan's Bane, and Deathbringer. This is kind of how, if you guys have seen the build champ for Loki, this is kind of how I build Loki, except I don't use Transcendence, but that is totally fine. So, and then Hell for let me see here. I mean, you would obviously have Wrath first, as if you're going to be jungling. Most people have Wrath anyways, and then I'd probably end up getting Beads depending on who I was playing against, or I get Sprint, Sanctuaries. I mean, there's plenty of things. So just to show real quick his damage potential. All right. And let's go ahead and get, I don't care. So, obviously I'm gonna have to build stacks, which you would be building through the whole game. But I mean, he would have a pretty good damage potential already. So, the main thing to think about, obviously, you're using Hydra, so you got to weave in those basics. You got to do that. Another thing to think about with Camazotz is he does have like that AoE thing going on. He'll go 1, 2, and then he'll have an AoE basic. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that about the god. This is going to take forever to build these stacks. Ooh, that was an 1168. Thing to remember though is Hydra's Lament and Deathbringer go really good together. 1176. I mean, he's just got a lot of power. A lot of people say he doesn't have much, but I think he has plenty, especially for what he is. He's a lifesteal assassin that can sustain in lane however fuck long he feels like, which is this is pretty crazy actually. I really enjoy his kit. I think I'm not very good with him yet, but I went like 12-2 or something in Assault the other day, playing it for the first time, and there's plenty of things you can't do in Assault that I would like to be able to do. And like I would like to do in a regular game, because you know it's not necessarily a laning, it's more along the lines of just sort of out sustaining your team or your enemy. Okay, we're there. All right, so at the end of this build, it looks like we got quite a bit of power. We got cooldown. We got 2,000 health, 2,115 mana, which is pretty good. Obviously, like I say every time, I'm going to be able to murder the Gold Fury. Yeah, that was simple. Simple shit, guys. Simple shit. Alright, so let's go over to the Fire Giant and show you this. I got attack speed buff on too. It's funny. And that's over with. Alright. So we go, oh, and also I need to show you these essence pools, because guys, this is off the fucking chain. It is so badass. So let's go up here and take care of this this raw. Okay, so this is the essence pool. I mean, excuse me, sir, I'm doing something. All right, yeah, but I mean, it may not seem like a lot, but it is. It is quite a bit. And then I'll show you. Oh, quadra kill. Let's go for the penta, guys. Let's go for the penta. Pentakill. But I mean, Camazotz is. I mean, you just. I mean, you can probably just build him like Loki, and he's just crazy. People think that, like, I see a bunch of people for some reason putting hasten on him. I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? He's obviously an ability-based guy with his ranged abilities. But I mean, if you could. This is just you know, whatever you want. I mean, what else do I got over down here? That is not my build. Okay, yeah, I got Blood Forge down here, Brawler's Beat Stick, Wing Blade, Magi's Blessing, Void Shield, and you can trade that out for anything. You don't have to have Hydras. I'm sure he's just fine without Hydras. But something that I like to do whenever I see someone solo just running around in jungle, I'll leap in, attack, hit him with the just combo, man. And then, you know, another thing to think about, whenever you leap in, you may even want to use your A first, because if they die, you don't get the added heal, which I don't think it really matters. This is it might be the wrong way to use them. This is just how I do it. I just 1 1 1 1 1 1. Another way I do it is I use my 1, and then to get the added buff. When I'm chasing somebody, it's a real good help too. I'll get that, and then I'll go in. So, anyways, gods to stay away from. Obviously, he's an assassin, so any god that can CC you to death or lock you down. Stay away from. I mean, definitely just. Me thinking about assassins, stay away from like Lokis and solo that are fed. Stay away from Arachnes. Even though you can get away, he's only got 2k health. I mean, he can be played tanky. Stay away from people that can lock you down. I mean, it's just that's just most assassins. You'll hear people say that. Make good choices. Don't be the guy that tries to 0 to 100. Everybody, you're an assassin for a reason. You're supposed to assassinate weak targets. So. Not everybody can do Loki's damage, but this guy comes terribly close. Just like, I mean, there's a lot of other assassins that can. Hunbats is one of them. Hunbats is really good. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more Build-A-Champ workshops, which happen every Monday on 3-Bit Gaming. And I will see you on the next Build-A-Champ. Peace out, guys.